I'm not ashamed of my 20s. I'm not ashamed of my life. I think about all those experiences that I had to have them in order to be where I am right now. I am really grateful that I can share my knowledge, my mistakes, more of lessons that I've learned with you. So hopefully you will not make the same mistakes and you will be at a better place than you are right now. If I could go back in time and relive my 20s, I wouldn't be trying so hard to fit into a life that wasn't truly mine. Most importantly, I would stop trying to settle into careers, relationships, or expectations that were not even my own. I spent years trying to create a life that looked good on the outside, that adhered to the expectations of others, most importantly my family. But deep down, I knew that it wasn't what I truly wanted. And if you're in your 20s right now, or you're about to enter your 20s, or maybe you're in your 30s or your 40s, but I want to tell you something, that you do not have to settle either. I thought I was building a life, but in reality, I was building a life that wasn't truly aligned with me or my values. Because deep inside, all the things that I did, I knew that they were not meant to be, and I was pushing them and I was pursuing them, and then I was disappointed that it still didn't work out, even though deep inside I knew that it was not gonna work out. So for example, I got married very young. I was 19 and I was thinking that I was doing the right step. I was thinking that that relationship will last for the rest of my life, but it didn't. I spent 6 years in a career that I thought would sound good when I will tell people about it, but in reality, it was a very draining environment. It wasn't right for me, and it was emotionally exhausting. I got engaged again, believing that that relationship was the one and that I finally can settle and have family and have kids, only to have the biggest disappointment and the worst breakup of my life. I had 3 or 4 jobs. I neglected exploring the world. I neglected trying new things because I was trying to fit into expectations of my family, expectations of society, thinking that I should achieve XYZ, but by this age, and I didn't really achieve those things even though I was trying really hard. And as a result, I lost myself, I lost my confidence, and I lost sense of adventure. But last year, I went through a terrible breakup. I made a promise to myself to rebuild my confidence, to actually build a life that aligns with me, aligns with my true values, no matter how hard and difficult it's going to be. When I look back at my last year, a lot of things has changed, and I was able to become more self-aware, more understanding why I was acting a certain way, why I was doing certain things. I'm not ashamed of my 20s. I'm not ashamed of my life. I think about all those experiences that I had to have them in order to be where I am right now. I am really grateful that I can share my knowledge, my mistakes, more of lessons that I've learned with you. So hopefully you will not make the same mistakes and you will be at a better place than you are right now. If I could sit down with my younger self, I would tell her these things. Settling isn't just about relationships. It's also about how you live your life. Yes, you can settle into a job that looks good on paper but drains you. Yes, you can settle in a relationship that you know is not working for you. You can settle into routines that keep you stuck. You can settle into identity that is not truly yours. But the more you settle, the more pieces of yourself you lose along the way. And essentially, you're gonna lose all of yourself, all of your authentic self, and you will have nothing left. And that's when it's gonna be like you do not even know what you want. You kind of do things because you think that that's what others would want from you, or that's what others would want to see turn out from your life. You do not have to have it figured out. Take that pressure off you. There is certain expectation that you need to have a clear career path, a certain achievements done by the age, say you're 20, 25, 27, 30, 50, whatever. But the truth is that your life is not just a straight path. It intertwines, you take detours along the way. Your dreams will evolve. The things that you want will change. and that's completely okay. Define what your idea of success is, because success is personal, it's not societal. We chase these ideas of relationship, marriage, kids, careers, degrees, home ownership, owning certain capital, owning, a certain amount of vehicles or toys or boats or whatever. But I mean, really, is that what you really want? Or is that what you think you should want and should have? But success is whatever makes you feel fulfilled, aligned, happy, and full of joy. It's important to listen to yourself and not just the opinions of others. If something feels off, listen to that gut feeling. If you want more from life, if you want to change a career, if you want to change a degree, listen to that voice that's telling you. Your intuition knows more than what you think you know. If you're in your 20s right now, or you're about to enter your 20s, please hear me when I say this. Do not settle. Give yourself permission to explore. Most importantly, give yourself permission to fail. And remember that it's okay to fail, and it's okay to try again, and it's okay to try and try and try and try until you figure out that, okay, you tried enough and you're gonna try and pursue something else, but you're gonna keep trying. Give yourself permission to figure things out, and remember that you are not behind in life. You are not running out of time. Make sure that you take risks in your 20s. Try and experiment with different careers. If you don't like something, start over, try again, try a different field. If you can, travel. Travel as much as you can. Even if it's just a different city, even if it's just a different province. Traveling allows you to expose yourself to new things, new experiences, new people, and who knows, maybe the city that you go to is the city that you're gonna fall in love into and where you're gonna move and create your dream life. If you can, move to a different city, move to a different place, move to a different neighborhood if you want, but living somewhere new, even if it's for a short period of time, will allow you to learn so much more about yourself and see how much capable you are to do things that you thought you'll never be able to do. Stop living by somebody else's timeline, and what I mean by that, stop living by societal timeline, because you do not have to be married by the age of 25. You do not have to have your career figured out by the age you're 30. You don't have to buy a house by the age you're 28. Start living on your own terms. Start living on your own timeline. You don't have to do anything that doesn't really align with you. If the idea of buying a house is not something that is sustainable for you right now because you want to travel and explore the world and you'd rather rent, that's fine. Do what makes more sense for you. Learn yourself. This is very important. Your 20s is a good time to learn more things about yourself. Figure out what you like, figure out what you don't like, figure out what you actually value in life. Explore things, read things, go to therapy, journal. When you know more about yourself, that's when you're gonna understand what actually aligns with you, and that's how you'll be able to create a life that truly brings you joy, happiness, and most importantly, peace. At the end of the day, you owe it to yourself to live a life that is truly yours and that is truly aligned to you. Your 20s, and really any age, is not about perfection. It's more about discovery. It's about creating a life that feels like it's truly yours, and it's not about settling. Don't silence that part of you that wants more. You are capable of so much more than you think you are. It's so easy to get caught up with comparing yourself to somebody that you don't even really know about. You only see their highlight reel on social media and you think that you are deeply behind in life. You think that you're not enough. You think that whatever you're doing is meaningless, and you essentially think that there's no meaning behind you or behind your life, and you live on autopilot. You live, through a routine that doesn't fulfill you. Every day is the same. And if you're stuck in that cycle, I'm really sorry for that. But it doesn't mean that you have to keep living in your cycle. This video is to explain you that your 20s is the time to discover, is the time to take new risks, and do things that scare you. And I'm not saying that it's gonna be easy. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be simple. It's gonna be extremely hard. It's gonna be extremely difficult. But you need to change your mindset around that. Think of it as an experiment. Think of it as, I'll try it, and if it fails, it fails. I'm gonna learn something from that, but it's not the end of the world. So I want you to enter your 20s with that kind of mindset, to explore, to do different things that scare you. And they don't have to be, you know, like huge. It could be something like something little. But you have to try and do something new every day, because when you build that confidence in doing new things, that's when it will be easier for you to quit a job that doesn't align with you, to move to a different city because you're sick and tired of where you're living right now, to move to a different country, or maybe to a different part of the world because you want to try and see how it works out, because that culture, that country is calling your name. I hope this video provides you with some sort of clarity, with some sort of understanding, gives you lots of compassion, and I am here to support you along the way. If you want to drop a comment and share something about your 20s or your 30s or whatever, feel free. With that being said, thanks so much for watching this video. Hope to see you in my next one. Bye.